Alright, so we're going to do a bit of a more in-depth walk around on this Delica, pointing out any imperfections. And first things first, it's a bit of a smudge here. I think it's just some paint transfer. Fairly certain it would buff out. We don't have a buffer here, but I can't feel that. There's no scratch or actual dent, but it's worth noting. The rest of the fender looks good, nothing really on the door. The whole side is nice and straight, no scrapes or big scuffs or anything like that. Same with the roof, all good. Interior, again, pretty clean. There's nothing really to point out in the front here as far as any imperfections. What I can do is give it a start. Go. Let's go around back here. Oh, favorite part of this one are the wheels. They're really nice. If you can come underneath here, not sure how great of a view I can get, but I'm going to show you that it's really nice and clean under here. Even the exhaust, for the most part, all the heat shields and stuff look good. It does appear that it was maybe undercoated in Japan at some point. It's all nice and black. No nasty rust anywhere on the frame that I can see, or on the shielding for the most part. You can see there is some on the spare tire there a little bit, and then up when you come up in here, I don't know if I'll be able to show it, but there is little just little corrosion spots basically from where maybe some water spots were in the wheel wells. Back around back, here's a little, if it would focus, tiny little imperfection right there. Back here, so you can kind of see the seats here have a little bit of wear or staining or something like that. And then this middle row is the worst of it. So up top there and on the back. Then I'll come around, have this. Now this is like the same kind of deal as what was up front there near the A-pillar. I can't really feel that. It's not indented or anything. It was just lightly scuffed up. I have a feeling it would buff out, but I don't want to say so for sure. Seats on the front are in quite good condition. Here, another couple little stained spots, but overall, again, really good condition. Carpets, mats, really good shape. This little guy doesn't really seem to work, so we could probably just take that off for you. Got your rear heat controls, your vents up here. Background in front on this side. Again, not a whole lot to note. The front seats are both really nice and clean, really nice and firm still. Almost feel new, to be honest. Totally firm still. The dash is really clean, really great. Again, up here, all the plastics, the floors, the mats, everything looks pretty good. E-brake, the transfer case shifter, little center console there. Everything is seeming really nice and clean. Here's a little head unit there where you have auxiliary cables and stuff like that. And to the front, and poke in there, front suspension and stuff. Again, you can see real minimal corrosion, if at all. And really clean, not even much dirt or anything like that, so really nice. Front bumper, here's a bit of a scuff that's been painted over the wrong shade of white. Another little, some scuffs here on the lower part of the front bumper. But yeah, even Other than that, there's not anything to note really on the front bumper. The bottom seems pretty clean. I don't know if there's really much to see if I do this, but and then up in the engine bay, the alternator looks fairly new. Maybe it had been replaced at some point in Japan before we got it. We didn't replace it, but just noting here now that it looks quite new. The belts seem to be almost new too. Let me, yeah, I can turn this off. So again, 79,147K. Transfer case does shift smoothly into 4 high, 4 low, and 4 low locked. And the selector here does work. It's a common issue on Delicas that the selector lights don't work. This one does appear to be all working in good form. Shut it off. We'll go back to the engine. And yeah, healthy looking belts, not fraying or anything like that. There's no buildup or spills from the coolant hose. It all seems to be in really good shape, and our mechanics evidently agreed. There wasn't a whole lot of work to do on this one, so yeah, I think that about does it for things I wanted to note in a walk around here. It really, nothing stood out to me as that big of an issue. I will be trying to clean up these seats a little bit more. I had tried when I originally cleaned the vehicle, but I didn't have the right materials, so I'd like to try again once I buy some proper shampoo today. But yeah, other than that, maybe a couple little black marks here from, I don't know, maybe there was some spare tires or something that made some marks on the plastic there. But really, other than some tiny little cosmetic blemishes, there's no actual damage. I don't see any rust. The engine seems very clean. The interior seems very clean. So yeah, and keep in mind, if you decide you are really interested in this one, we are totally open to a third-party inspection. So if you want to have somebody come by, take a look at it for you, and give you a completely separate third-party pre-purchase inspection report of the car, you're more than welcome to do that. One of the main companies that always comes by is called Instamec. They're local to us, but there's a few others, so if you Google it, you can find some resources for having an inspection done. Other than that, just keep us up to date. Your deposit will hold this vehicle for 72 hours from when you put it down, which is earlier today. So on Sunday or Monday, we can touch base and figure out if you'd like to go through with the purchase or what we need to do. So yeah, hope that's helpful. Have a good one.